Social media has become propaganda tools in today's digital age, and it is being used by countries to spread misinformations in the name of freedom of speech, secularism and democracy. Because of that, Indian government put its ban on Pakistan Embassy's Twitter accounts in United Nations, Turkey, Iran and Egypt. This is not the first time India is doing so. Previously, Indian government put ban on various other Pakistani YouTube, Twitter and the Facebook accounts. Among those previous ban, Twitter disabled Radio Pakistan's account, which is Pakistan's main broadcaster. Indian government strictly advised Twitter not to lift ban on those channels at any circumstances. But Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs registered their complaint against this ban, and they requested Twitter to immediately restore those official accounts on India. They know it very well that this will not going to happen. But the dog always barks louder when he is so scared. We all know Pakistan is a vicious snake on the face of the earth, a nation whose education is totally false based on false facts. Their education system is totally controlled by religious fanatics. These religious fanatics give birth to religious biased mind. They grow their mind on the basis of hating India. Their ideology is not only based on hate India, they also hate other religions, mostly Hindus and Jewish. Pakistanis are like termites, who always feed themselves on others' food. They are the beggars of the earth. In the recent time, their economy is in shamble. They are begging for $1 billion from IMF. On the top of that, they took $2 billion of loan from Chinese commercial banks. Their country is in dwindle position. Their economy is gone. But their main focus is always hurt India in any way possible. They lost every conventional battle against India starting from 1948 to 1999. After that, they started realizing that they cannot win war against India conventionally. So, they have to find some other means to hurt India. India seek for adventure. They found new and the easy tool, which is social media. They choose social media because it is free, it is easy and readily accessible, and it is available to all Indians because India's internet penetration is very high. To do misinformation against India, Pakistan created social media army under the supervision of Pakistani army. But in India, Ministry of Information and the Broadcasting blocking every Pakistani channels, those are spreading misinformation against India in India. Not only Twitter, Pakistanis are spreading misinformation against India in YouTube too. The Ministry of Information and the Broadcasting has already blacklisted 16 YouTube news channels, including 6 stations blocked in Pakistan, for disseminating false information about India's national security, international relations, public orders and the religious hatred. These YouTube and the Twitter channels spread unverified information to sow discord among communities and undermine public order in India. Recently, most of the Pakistani handlers spread misinformation in India over the Prophet Muhammad Row, which was actually false and not verified. Because of that, 2 Indian Muslims beheaded a Hindu tailors using a knife. So, as I said, Pakistan is a vicious snake who cannot be mended. Pakistani channels are also responsible in spreading misinformation on India's stand on Ukraine. Among those media channels, those who are on the social media accounts that have been disabled, which was having the 68 crores combined audience. Those channels were also been used by Pakistan to spread false information about Indian army and the Jammu and Kashmir. Indian government is also taking cognizance of channels, those who are from Facebook and Instagram. To block these channels, Indian government provided proof to Twitter under Rule 18 of the Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. The Rule 18 says that a digital media publisher has to furnish the Information Ministry with the details about itself. This had to furnished within 30 days of publications of the 2021 rules. The Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules were notified in February 2021 and came into force in May 2021. The rules aims to regulate intermediaries, which include social media websites, internet service providers, and the online marketplaces, as well as digital media publishers, which would include the news publishers and the stream services such as Netflix. So, these rules were absolutely necessary to take down vile comments and messages against India and against India's interests. Apart from government account in Pakistan, In a report by Digital Forensic Research and Analytics Center, it was revealed that many fake accounts created by Pakistanis are hiding behind the screens and running hashtags with an agenda to target the India's prestigious institutions. These Pakistani accounts blatantly spread disinformation. The crucial thing to note is that some of these accounts were created for the sole purpose of defaming India. After pushing the agenda, they changed their username. All behind the scene who fueled this agenda campaign seems to be copying each other's content to escalate the fake narrative. These Twitters and the YouTube channels also using toolkits to spread fake propaganda against India. Pakistanis are not only using fake social media accounts, they are also using bots to spread fake news. Now the question is, what is bot? In addition to billions of human beings using social media accounts, there are also millions of robots or bots residing within. The bots helps to propagate fake news and inflate the apparent popularity of fake news on social media. According to 2017 estimate, there were 23 million bots on Twitter and 140 on Facebook and around 27 million in Instagram. All are bot accounts. So, total number of bot accounts is 190 million, which is half of the populations of United States. The bots are not physical entities. They are like R2-D2 in Star Wars. Hopefully all of you have watched Star Wars. It is a very popular movie. In today's time, everything has become digital. Everything has become virtual. Even 1.5 decades ago, there were no social media existence on earth. Everything was physical. Propaganda was spread by news channels and the newspapers. But after the digital age, this has become aggravated and more dynamic. So it has become difficult for the government to keep checking such channels and the social media handlers. There are billions of loopholes in these social media managing styles, and Pakistan is trying to use those loopholes to hurt the India's interest around the world. And the Pakistan has to be stumped out in a bad way, because Pakistan is a terrorist nation. Because the terrorist is growing, the terrorism is growing around the world. The world have to understand that Pakistan has to be punished in an exemplary way. Otherwise, the whole world will going to pay for it. Now the questions. The first question is, which institute recently released a report titled India's Booming Gig and Platform Economy? The first option is World Bank. Second is International Labour Organization. Third is NITI Aayog. Fourth is International Monetary Fund. Second question is 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution's ideal with which of the following aspects? The first option is official languages. Second option is land reform. Third option is anti-defection law. Fourth option is Panchayati Raj. So this is the end of the topic. Hopefully you will going to find this topic informative. So if you have any questions regarding this topic or any other inquiry regarding anything, you can mail me to my email address, which is tuhin.pawar.academy@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support.